everyone, it's Mags here. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste, Sandra. Hi, Nelly. Thank you so much for coming. Let me know how you're doing. And you need a block for the practice, and you might need a strap. So if you know you have tight quads, then you probably need it, but there is another way or an option to do the pose, or a similar one if you haven't got a strap or the flexibility for it. So fear not. You can still experience the stillness of the mind even without accessing all of the poses. I feel particularly tight in my hips and my legs today, so I'm looking forward to moving with you. Okay, so I think we've still got a little bit of time, so let me know what you've been up to. So we've been quite lucky with the weather, right? Because it was meant to be raining, and we were lucky with the weather on Saturday, so we had a really nice outdoor yoga practice, obviously all socially distant. So if you'd like to join us, we will be doing that every Saturday at 9:30. Head to my Facebook page for more info and stay after the practice so we can chat about it and you can tell me your insights. Okay, so whenever you're ready, find a comfortable seated position. Don't worry, we will transfer onto our backs. And close your eyes. Feel your physical body, so all the contact points with the mat. Just notice where you're holding onto anything. So physically, perhaps you're clenching your jaw or you frown your forehead. So try to send a wave of release and relaxation through the body, so connecting with each and every part of it. Tune into the quality of your breath. Check in how you're feeling today. What's your energy levels like? And hold it all in your awareness. So your physical body, so the outline of it, like the tension, also like engagement and where you're releasing. Notice the emotional feedback and any thought patterns. So right now, as you're sitting here quietly, centering yourself and grounding in the present moment, as well as when you go through the practice. So when you encounter any challenges, what's your tendency to respond like? A couple of breaths here, and then when you're ready, if you can, keeping your eyes closed or your gaze lowered, gently, slowly transition onto your back. So bring the soles of the feet together, open through the knees for Supta Baddha Konasana. So see where you want your feet to be, so fairly close to your pubis, to perhaps feel it more in the hips or further away if your hamstrings are calling for your attention. And here, bring one of your hands on your belly, the other one on your heart, and tune into the rhythm of your breath. So feel the expansion through the front of your body as you breathe in. And feel the hands and gently come down as you exhale. So breathe in expansion, space. And as you exhale, imagine your breath carrying away any tension, any tightness continue breathing deeply and fully. Savoring each and every exhalation and exhalation for the whole duration of it. Notice where else you can invite more freedom and space. So send the breath to the side of your rib cage, to the back of your heart. And sip in as much air as you can, so be greedy with your inhalation. Now relax your breath and breathe naturally. And still follow the journey of your breath in and out, the gentle rises and falls of your belly and your chest. So feeling grounded and supported. Bring your awareness to your spiritual heart center and ask yourself what it is that you would like to practice today. What is it that you need in your life more? So whether it's patience, discipline, or perhaps love. I think that in the current world we live in, we could do with a bit more love, but not love that's just words, but love that's action. But as we need to start with ourselves, how can you show yourself more love? So is it patience? Is it letting go of the inner critic? Is it more discipline? Allow the answer to illuminate in your spiritual heart center, and whatever it is, allow it to guide you through the practice today. Take a deep breath in and sigh out through the mouth. And slowly bring their knees back up and draw them towards your chest, giving them a nice big squeeze. Feel your lower back, your sacrum. If you want to, you can rock from side to side. And then extend your legs up towards the sky. So bring the hands to the sides of your hips. Can gently rest some of the flesh for support. Point your feet and allow the legs to settle. So feel them sink deeper into the hip socket. Draw your lower belly in. Start breathing into your chest. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale. And as you exhale, begin to elongate your breath as you begin to bring the legs down. Let them hover above the mat. Keep pressing the lower back into the mat. And as you inhale, bring them back up. So we're gonna do it 3 more times. Exhale as you bring them down. So control the descent as well as the lift back up. Keep pressing the lower back into the mat. Squeeze your legs together. Squeeze your muscles in your belly and your pelvic floor. Just keep going. Feel what's happening in your body. Breathe. And let's do it just 1 more time for good luck. And then inhale, bring the legs back up. So can bend the legs and then roll over onto your left side. So you want to keep the body in one line. You can prop yourself up with the forearm, but so that you keep the space in the shoulder girdle. So instead of like being here, you want to feel like you're kind of like slipping. Press down through the elbow, check that your body is on one line. You can use the right fingertips to help you balance. Squeeze your belly, and then as you inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bring it down. Try to keep the body in one plane. Inhale up, lift it a bit higher. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So one more time, inhale here and hold. Push down through the left elbow, lift the right leg a little bit higher, and then bend your right leg, grab hold of the top of the foot. So you want to come into a gentle back bend, opening through the right shoulder, and then potentially stretching the top of the right thigh. And then release. I'm gonna do the other side. Can't trust myself with water, but at the same time I know I need it. So, body in a straight line, prop yourself up, keep the space, an expansion in the shoulder girdle, flex your feet, squeeze your belly, and as you inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale up, lift a bit higher. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, lift and stay. Keep squeezing, keep lifting. Let it burn. And then bend the left leg. Grab hold of the top of the foot or the ankle. Lift up from the right shoulder and stay here balancing. Then gently release. So now grab your block. I'm gonna come into a bridge with a fun variation. So feet hip width apart, bring the block between the thighs. So you want to be able to graze the back of your heels. You aim to have the feet parallel, and then as you inhale, push down through the feet and start lifting your tailbone up to then lift each vertebra like one at a time to come into bridge. And then either stay here pressing down through the arms, or you can interlace the fingers and walk the shoulders in. Keep squeezing the thighs together. Let the inner thighs burn. Press down through the shoulder, lift the chin up. Try to relax your glutes, but instead use your quadriceps to lift the legs a bit higher, squeeze them. One more inhale, and then exhale, bring it down. Keep the interlace of the fingers if you want to. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it down. And one more time, inhale and hold. So squeezing the block. Now shift the weight onto the left foot and extend your right leg. So keep it straight, keep squeezing the block, you don't want to lose it. Bring the right foot down, going to the other side. Find the stability and inhale your left leg straight. Hold it. Exhale down. So one more on each side. Inhale, right leg straight, lift the hips up. Exhale down. One more time, you can do it. Inhale. And exhale, hold, release your hands. Gently bring the hips down. Remove the block. Feet wide, knees in together. Pause here for a moment. So your first challenge, hopefully, how that make you feel? Okay, so then roll yourself up and transition into tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread wide. neutral spine. Press them through the fingertips, knuckles, and the heel of your hand. So that's the engagement you want to have in all postures where you use your hands. Now, cat-cow. Inhale, drag your chest forward, lift your chin up. Exhale, round your back, squeeze your belly. Inhale, forward, open through the chest. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the big toes together, knees as wide as your mat, and sink your hips down for wide-legged child's pose. Crawl your fingertips forward and drop your head down. Press them through the fingertips. Draw your armpits down to feel perhaps a gentle pulling around the shoulder blades and in the shoulders. Sink your hips down. Breathe into your chest, your belly is engaged. And as you inhale, come up. So sit on your heels, but if you can, let's do toe squat. You know you like it. And surely you should be able to tell that it's getting easier now the more we do it, right? And it's just fantastic stretch for the feet. Okay, so make sure that the pinkies are down. Gotta warm up the wrists. So inhale your arms up, slide the shoulder blades down, biceps are by your ears, spread your fingers, close the fist and fling your fingers out. So keep going, keep your belly squeezed in. You know it's good. And well done, Nelly, for introducing it to your family. Because there are so many ways you can do yoga, including the asana practice, even if you don't have much mobility. So there's wonderful things like chair yoga. So that's my favorite one to bring up in a conversation when someone tells me that they can't do yoga. So keep going. I know your arms are fatiguing, so are mine. Just a sensation, work through it. Just burning, it's not pain. Observe its quality. Observe the quality of your thoughts. Drop the shoulders down. Keep going. Just a little bit more. And release. I could really feel that one. Well done. Okay, so now you can stay down, sitting on your heels. Bring the right fingertips out to the side. Inhale your left arm up. And as you exhale, you walk right fingers out, leaning to the side. So open through the side of the body. Try to arch as much as you can. Keep the belly squeezed in. And as you inhale, come up. Exhale, pause at the center. Left fingers out. Right arm up. And then as you exhale, begin to open up through the right side of the body. So find a spot where you feel like you're getting the most out of the stretch. And most doesn't necessarily mean it's the most intense stretch, but where you feel like it's perhaps consistent across the side of your body. And then as you inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, stay. Inhale your shoulders, arm, up and down. A couple more times. Going back. And then bring them forward. Keep the arms relaxed. Beautiful. So come onto hands and knees. Press them through the fingertips, knuckles, and the heel of the hand. And as you inhale, lift the left leg out to the side. So try to keep a 90-degree angle and bring it forward and draw 3 circles with that knee inwards. Then switch direction, so anti-clockwise. Keep the engagement through the belly. Come back to the center. We're going the other way. So inhale, right leg up, just hold it here for a moment, tune into your hips, to your pelvis, and then 3 circles in. So we're starting anti-clockwise, and then switch direction. Feel where the engagement is coming from, where you need the mobility, and where the flexibility and strength are coming from. Excellent. Come back. Tuck your toes under and push back into downward dog. So pedal your feet if that feels good. Connect with your body. Roll the biceps in. Lift the hips up. Quads are engaged. Your belly is drawn in. And stay here for 3 breaths. So inhale. Exhale. In and out. Inhale. Exhale. Now as you inhale, step the right foot through between the hands and drop the left knee down. Foot is flat. Inhale, easy, come up. Stretch the front of the hip. Make sure that the right knee is over the ankle. See where you can let go. And as you next exhale, shift your hips back for Ardha Hanumanasana. Half splits, hamstring stretch. So stay here for a little bit. Try to fold at the hips, so that will significantly intensify the stretch in the back of the leg. Keep breathing deeply and slowly. So we want to communicate to our brain that we're actually fine. The body can relax. There's no need for a fight or flight response. Then inhale, shift forward. And exhale, bring it back. Twice more. Inhale, come forward. Open through the chest. Exhale, slide. Fold at the hips. Inhale, forward. And then exhale, stay. Just hold it here for a little bit more. Notice what thoughts go through your head, what emotions come up. Because you know, what doesn't challenge you doesn't change you. Inhale, shift forward, tuck your back toes, and step back into down dog. Feel the difference. Hopefully there is some difference between the legs. And as you next inhale, step your left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee. Inhale, come up. So first of all, hips coming forward and down. Tall spine, squeeze your belly and squeeze your right glute. So we're supporting the opening through the right hip. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, slide the hips back, flex your left foot. So stay here, keep the spine long, keep folding at the hips. Use the pelvic floor cavity and draw your lower belly in. Keep an equanimous mind. No, it's hard, but yoga is a practice. It's never about the destination. It's not about the final product. It's always working with what you've got. Then inhale, come forward. Exhale, slide it back. Twice more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. And then exhale, come back for a hamstring stretch. Just notice if it feels any different the second time here. Probably doesn't if you're feeling tight, but you never know. And then as you inhale, come forward, tuck your back toes and step back into down dog. So now inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog, and bend that leg. So what we did in tabletop, the hip rotation, I'm going to do in down dog. If it's too much, you can always do it on your knees. So 3 circles in, try to open through the hip. Keep pressing down through the hands. 3 circles out. Try to keep the alignment of a down dog. Then inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step the foot outside of the right hand for lizard. So bring the left knee down, open through the chest. Try to broaden your sitting bones. Keep pressing the right knee into the arm. And stay on the hands, on the block if you need to. You can even come down onto your forearms. Just check with what your body needs right now. It's not like we should praise the body when it does good, when it's open and obedient, but we should perhaps cherish the more challenging moments in our practice, because those are the moments that teach us the most. Okay, tuck your back toes, step back into down dog. Switching sides, inhale your left leg up, exhale bend. So then 3 circles in, keep the belly drawn in, keep pressing down through the fingertips, roll the biceps in, switch direction. So keep broadening through the collarbones, lift the hips up. After 3 rounds, re-extend the left leg and step the foot outside of the left hand. So lizard on the other side. So broaden through the sits bones. Try to find space, but also sink the hips down. So there's a lot of tuning into the inner body. Work with your breath. Deep inhale and slow exhale. One more breath in and out. Tuck your back toes and step back into down dog. Feel your hips, feel your legs. Then walk your feet towards your hands for like halfway in. Feet together, hip distance apart, and exhale, folding at the hips. Find your forward fold. Roll the shoulders back and down. If you want, you can hold on to the ankles, but don't pull, but use as a reminder to roll the shoulders down and keep the belly drawn in. Draw the crown of your head to the mat. Tip forward, so bring the weight onto the balls of your feet. One more round of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now as you inhale, begin to bend your legs and sink your hips down as though you are going to sit on your favorite chair, but you can't look back to check if it's actually there. Inhale your arms up for Utkatasana, or chair pose, also known as the awkward pose. Surprise, surprise. So squeeze the legs together if they're together. If they hip width apart, then keep pressing down through the heels. Check that you can see all of your toes. Squeeze, sink your hips a bit lower. Hook the shoulder blades against the back of your ribs. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths, you can do it. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, straighten your legs for Uttanasana, or the forward fold. Okay, now bring your fingertips down or your hands, and as you inhale, you come onto your tiptoes, the balls of your feet, And as you exhale, you lift your balls of the feet off the mat, so you're just balancing on your heels. So inhale, come forward, lift the heels. Exhale, lift the balls of your feet. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale, fold out the hips. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. In and out. Inhale, land the feet. Exhale, stay. And as you inhale, lift up for Utkatasana. You might want to change the positioning of your feet. If you have them together, you might want to have them a hip width apart. Sink your hips down. You can always bring the hands at your heart. Keep the belly drawn in, sink your hips low. Just a little bit more. Check that you can see all of your toes. And as you inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bring the hands down. You can give your legs a little shake if they need it. And then come to the top of your mat. So now we need to incorporate the strength of the core as well as coordination as we transition. So we're going to do it on an exhalation because it's more natural to contract the muscles as we breathe out. So try to really synchronize the movement with your breath. So starting in Tadasana, as you inhale, lift the right leg up. And as you exhale, tilt forward and take a long step back. Land with control. So inhale, we come up, bring the knee up. Exhale, long step back. Land with control. So inhale, knee up, perhaps arms up. And then exhale, land and stay. Keep pushing down through the feet. Core is engaged. Keep lifting the arms up. Gaze is forward. Perhaps you can smile. Check that the knee is over the ankle. The back leg is active. And then as you inhale, come up. Exhale, arms down. The other side. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, long step back, land with control. It feels weird to do it without arms actually. Then inhale, come back. Knee up. Exhale, long step back. And don't worry if one side feels a bit wobbly. Feels like there is no communication for me between in terms of standing on my right leg. So then inhale, come up, knee up, arms up, and then exhale, slowly transition back, land with control and stay. Lift up from your hips, arms up, sink low, legs are active. Deep inhalation to your chest. Elbows are squeezing. Slow exhalation. One more inhale. And as you exhale, arms down, hands down, press into down dog. Inhale, roll over into plank. Feet together. Protract your shoulders, squeeze your belly. Exhale, chaturanga of your choice. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Exhale into down dog. Stay here, observe your breath. And then walk your feet towards your hands. Exhale into fold. Then inhale your arms up for extended mountain pose. Bring the right knee up and cross your right foot over the left knee. So you can just stay here if you want to. As you exhale, begin to sink your hips down for one-legged chair pose. Keep pushing the right knee out. Arms are straight. Inhale, bring the knee up, and exhale, long step back, land with control. Arms at your heart. Inhale, elongate the spine, and as you exhale, hook the right elbow over the left knee, hands back at the heart and open through the chest. Make sure the back leg is active, your belly is squeezed, so really giving the organs a nice wringing out. So hold it here, it's really good for you. So boosting digestive system and detoxifying. And then inhale, come back to the center, lift your arms up and land your back heel. So straighten the legs, we're coming into pyramid. Extend your arms out, inhale, and exhale, tip forward, and then bring the left arm down. Try not to use it for support, but only very landly. Landly, well, I keep saying it, lightly land it. But use your core to keep yourself in this position. Rotate the chest out and stay. Feel your hips, feel your legs. Look up towards the right hand if you want to. And then inhale, bring the arms down, frame the foot. Exhale, plank into chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale into down dog. Walk the feet towards your hands. Exhale into fold. Inhale into extended. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up, right knee up. Now the other way, left knee goes up, and then cross the foot over the knee. Check how your balance is on this side, and you can begin to sink your hips. Check that you can see all of your toes. Squeeze your belly, and talk to your body. Then inhale, bring the left knee up, and exhale, land with control. Inhale, bring the arms to your heart, and as you exhale, you lift up and you fold yourself over. So hooking the elbow over the knee, press down through the legs, make sure they're strong, keep engaging quads, breathe into your chest. Then inhale, you rise back up, and then exhale, straighten the legs and land the back heel down. So heel to arch alignment, extend your arms out, tip your way forward, and bring the right hand down. So rotate through the chest out. You can use your hand to open up more or to accentuate this movement. Squeeze your belly, push down through the legs. Then inhale as you bend the front leg, windmill the arms down, and exhale into plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga if you choice. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale into down dog. Step your feet towards your hands. Exhale, fold. And inhale, extended. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, extended. Exhale into fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, step back into down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Land the back heel, warrior two alignment. But just stay in this position, bringing your right fingertips in front of the right foot. So we'll be moving that way, shifting into Ardha Chandrasana, so the half moon. So you might be familiar with this. Keep the left hip open, bring the right fingertips down, hop your left foot slightly in so you can then lift the leg up. So stay on the fingertips. It's easy if you bring them off the center line. You can bring the right hand down, squeeze your belly, lift the left arm, try to lift the leg as high as you can, pushing down through the right hand, reaching up through the left, so you can shine beautifully like a moon. And then from here, so if you need a strap, you can come out of the position just by bringing the leg down. You can begin to bend the left leg and see if it's somewhere there. So you can grab the top of the foot and kick the foot into the hand for sugarcane pose. Then gently release, land it, step back into plank, exhale, chaturanga, inhale, back bend, exhale, easy down dog. So then inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog, and then step the foot through between the hands, drop the back heel, and check how your hips are, if they're ready to shift forward. Bring the left fingertips down as you transition into Ardha Chandrasana. So you try to keep the right hip open and rotating the chest out. Then extend the right arm, keep the belly squeezed in, lift the right leg a bit higher, rotate the chest. Then overstay here, grab the strap and lasso it over the foot, or see if you can, using your hamstrings, bring the foot closer to your bum, kick the foot into the hand. So find stability through pushing down through the left leg. Extend the leg out, gently land, step back into plank. Chaturanga of your choice. Inhale into cobra or up dog. Exhale into down dog. Bring the knees down, together or wide apart. Lower your hips. And stay. Observe the fluctuations in your mind, or perhaps the stillness. And as you inhale, extend your arms out. Exhale into down dog. Inhale your right leg up, and exhale, bring the foot sort of in to the center line. So you really use your hands for this, because we want to spread your sitting bones apart, and you begin to, as though you're bringing the right leg down. If there's any pain in the knee, don't do that. But then even if there isn't any pain, see if you can spread the sitting bones further apart so you can feel the stretch through the outer part of the right hip. So just a little bit more, use the hands to support you here. And then bring the right knee behind the right wrist. Keep the left foot flat. Make sure that the leg is in a straight line. And coming into pigeon. So have a little play, moving from side to side. there's any pain in the knee, can come out and do this, the supine version. I always forget about that. And actually my right knee doesn't feel quite right, so I'm gonna take advantage of this lovely pose. Can fold over the right leg, connect to your body, breathe into where you feel most sensations, and stay with your breath. So if your breath is jagged and you can't use your ujjayi, then it means you've gone too far, and see if you can ease off a little bit, perhaps change it to the supine version. So then inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, bring it down. So going through some waves here. Twice more. Inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, fold over. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now as you inhale, come up. Slide onto your right bum cheek and bring the left leg over. Coming to Agni Sambhasana. You can grab your block if it's handy, and if your hips feel tight, it might be just the thing you need. Keep both feet flexed. Make sure that when you look down, you've formed a nice unilateral triangle. And sit with a tall spine, your belly is engaged. And I'm going to use the block. Just feels so much nicer. Close your eyes, tune in with your breath. Observe the landscape of your mind. See where you can let go a bit more. Again, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. You know, it's so often we don't want to use props because we see them as crutches. But actually we should see them as aids. So aiding us in the practice and supporting us, and even if the practice is quite strong, it can still be accessible. And even if normally your hips are open, if you know, there's a day when they're not, then you shouldn't not do something just because you can't do it the way you normally do, but you should modify. So notice where you can feel the stretch. So usually at first, you can just feel intensity or detect some density in a certain part of the body. But then if we stay there, if we work with the breath, elongating it, deepening it, then we can explore different textures. We can explore where we can actually feel, and then it becomes more detailed, as to speak. Just one more round of breath. Inhale and exhale. So then remove the block if you are using it. Gently bring the left leg down and see if you can shift onto the left cheekbone to extend the right leg out. So you might need to have a little play. So yeah, we're going to start with the first thing that we did earlier. So I actually bring the left foot in the middle on the outer edge of the left foot and stay with your back toes tucked. Spread your sitting bones apart and begin to bring the leg down. So you want to feel it in the hip, not in the knee. And it might feel a bit weird, but explore with broadening of your sit bones. Use the hands to support you here. And then when you're ready, bring the knee behind the left wrist. Check that the back leg is straight. Have a little play. Move from side to side. Just a few times. Check if this side wants you to stay in this pigeon, or perhaps if the supine version is more appropriate, come down onto your forearms or even lay flat on the mat. Connecting to your left hip, feeling where you can let go. Deep inhalation, slow exhalation. 2 more rounds of breath here. Your belly squeezed in. And then as you inhale, walk the hands up, slide onto your left bum cheek and bring the right leg over. So this time right leg is on top, feet are flexed, and check how things are. This side feels surprisingly nice. I'm still going to use the block just because if you feel there's any tension in the hips and there's a gap, then sometimes it might feel nice, but sometimes using the block or cushion to support the top leg can help the hips switch off, so you receive more of the benefits of the pose. Wavelength through the spine, squeeze your belly, roll the shoulders down and softly close your eyes. Breathe, be, connect, hold your entire body in awareness. And then you remove the block. Release the top leg. Going to come into Baddha Konasana. So, you know, for having really tight hips, I've picked great poses to teach you. So gently you can hold on to the feet, flutter your knees up and down, just see what's going on. Be gentle. Be compassionate. And keeping the feet as close or as far apart, begin to tilt forward at the hips. So you can pull onto the feet, but only a little bit. Try not to use too much muscular engagement. It's only to accentuate our direction. Squeeze your pelvic floor. Close your eyes. As you breathe out, imagine all the tension and tightness leaving your body. Let go of any perception of what the pose should look like, what you should be doing, what you should look like. You can let go of the engagement and allow your back to curve, relaxing through the shoulders. feeling the gentle pull on your hips. Relax through the inner thighs, through the quadriceps, through the hips. Breathe into the back of your heart. And allow yourself just to receive the pose instead of forcing your body into a shape. Whatever it is. And you might notice that your body welcomes a deeper fold. If you stay here for a little bit longer, if you let go of expectations towards yourself or your body, that it should be whatever. 3 more rounds of breath. As you next inhale, gently bring yourself back up. Using your hands, bring the knees up. You can give them a little hug. Drop your head down. And release. Find a comfortable seat. Spread your weight evenly across your hips. Sit up tall. Close your eyes and observe your mind. As I mentioned last week, one of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. So today I'll bring up another one, the Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So, which is translated loosely as yoga helps to quiet down the fluctuations of the mind. So that's the true purpose of yoga, and that's what we do through the practice of asanas, through the physical practice. We want to go deeper into the bodies, to observe the quietude of the mind. And when we've shaken off the excess of the energy, when we've risen up to the challenges the practice has offered us, then we can experience the true stillness through the body and the mind. But if your mind still wanders, it's okay. That's what minds do. Whenever you catch this moment of awareness, escort your attention back to your breath. And after time, and after you've been practicing for a while, you will master the skill of bringing your mind back, of sharpening your awareness and your attention. Three more rounds of breath. Stay focused on your breath. And then with your eyes closed, if you can, moving super slowly and mindfully transition over. Allow your body to sink into the mat and absorb the benefits of the practice. Revisit your intention. So what kind of love can you offer yourself now you take your practice off the mat? Now take a deep breath in, wiggle your toes, your fingers, and moving slowly, roll over onto one side and bring yourself back into a comfortable seat. Keeping your eyes closed, bring the hands at your heart and bow your head. Thanking your body for the practice, thanking yourself, finding the time for your dedication, for your determination. And let's close this practice with one round of Om. Softly open your eyes. Thank you very much for your practice with me today. Namaste. So, how are you? How are you feeling? Please tell me. I'm going to share something with you. I haven't done Ardha Chandrasana or Ardha Chapasana, so the half moon and sugarcane pose in a while, and it felt different. It's just amazing how your body changes, and sometimes it's a I don't know, it's an experience that reinforces your belief that what you're doing it makes sense, and sometimes it's like, why do I feel so tired? Why do I feel so unstable? But that's just how it is. So it is a challenging experience to process, but you know, the beauty of things is that nothing is permanent, so things will change. But yeah, I'm curious to see how you felt today. Balance. Oh, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Nelly. So I certainly did too. And do you know what? Like, the more I practice, the more I embrace challenges. So not just on the yoga mat, but I guess that in life, that instead of retreating or trying to, you know, like run away or, you know, wishing it wasn't happening, then I do what I can. And do you know what? It feels great. So even today, so when I was getting into the poses, and they just felt so different, even alien, I could say. It was nice because, you know, when was the last thing that you tried for the first time, or felt like it was the first time kind of thing? So yeah, let me know. Oh, I can feel for you, Sandra. Like, my hip flexors, hamstrings, yeah, but just my hips, just all around my hips, just my legs just feel really like tight and wobbly. So maybe, don't know what moon phase it is now. I'll look into that. Might have something to do with that. And before you laugh it off, then if the moon is able to, you know, move large masses of water like the ocean or sea, then if we are mainly composed of water, then surely it must have some effect on us. But it just might be one of the days that your hips are tight. So I hope that you managed to release some of them and you created some space for whatever you were holding perhaps in your hips could let go. Today is Tuesday, so yes. So I hope to see you here on Thursday. Now the entire series and the Pranayama Chronicles is now available on YouTube. So if you want to learn new breathing techniques or you want to refresh some of their techniques, then make sure that you head to my YouTube channel and check them out. Let me know what you think. Also, 27th of June is the meditation space. If you would like to learn some techniques, how to still your mind, how to be able to sit with an equanimous mind and just be, then I encourage you to come join us. Because sometimes meditation can be a bit off-putting and it's scary, or when people say that I don't know, it's about the transcendence and stuff like that, then yeah, maybe one day it is, but you can't start with that. So first it's about shaking off the excess of the energy and learning how to befriend your mind and allowing it to do its own thing, but then bringing your attention back to your breath, back to sensations, and then you can explore other techniques. So if you're curious about it, then head to my Facebook page. You can find all the details there, or DM me and I will share some stuff with you. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Oh, really good to hear about the wrists. It's just like, you know, when you think about it, it's such a small joint, and in yoga there's so much weight bearing on our arms, so then the wrists, it can be really taxing for the wrists. So it's really nice to hear that you can feel that they're getting stronger, because they will serve you longer and serve you better. So that's amazing. Don't worry, we will keep on strengthening the wrists so we can move into Bakasana. I don't know if you remember crow pose, but one day it will become your friend. So maybe I'll slot something in for Thursday. Amazing. So let me know if you have any questions or any comments, and I'll see you again on Thursday. Oh, one thing, so the socially distanced yoga, if you're craving being outside, then we're meeting outside the Jolly Sailor on Saturdays. You can book onto the class through my Bookwen page, so bookwen.com/yogawithmags. And yeah, enjoy yoga in outdoors, enjoying the little breeze and sunshine and talking to people. So hope to see you there too. Otherwise, have a lovely evening and I'll see you on Thursday. Namaste.